Happy Friday and welcome back to our No Full Live show. A quick 30-minute chat where I, Sudita, from No Full Style, and my two co-hosts, Tracy from Miss Tracy Kessler and Kelly from No Full Endless Summer, hop on every Friday and include a guest and chat about everything North Fork. I am so excited because I had a lovely evening yesterday. I actually posted about it because if you follow me, you know that I'm always posting sunsets and the event that I went to. Hi, Tracy. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I'm so good. I was talking about how I always post sunsets, and yesterday I guess skipped the sunset. I guess not skipped, but I was on the bay as opposed to on the sound, and I'm totally not upset about it. So
I saw your reel and I was jealous about it. So
oh
there
my
you
God,
go.
I wish you were here. I know if you were in town, you would have gone, but you
Absolutely.
yourself are on location somewhere,
I
correct?
am. I don't know if you can see because the way the sun is, but I'm actually on the water on at a marina here in Washington, D.C. on the wharf. We did two events last night or yesterday, and Tilly's here with me, and we've got a nanny and the whole thing. It was very successful. I'm very proud of us for doing it. Yeah.
You are,
Yay!
I'm so proud of you. You are totally rocking the new baby mama, working woman thing. Hats off to you. You're pulling it off. I know it's a lot of
Thank you.
juggling, but you're
Thank you.
doing it. So that's awesome.
Yes, we did. We had a little breast milk situation last night where I was standing at an event and someone was like, I'm like, oh my God. But you figure it has to happen at least once, right?
I mean, it's real world. It happens. It's no big deal. Guess what? You know?
That's what hair dryers are for. Hi, Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're
Good. How
good.
are you? I want to hear all about your city adventure.
Oh, I don't know how Tracy does it all the time. I went to freelance on an event yesterday and I'm literally like dead today. Like my body,
Yeah,
I don't know how people commute. I don't know how people stand all day. It's like I'm not used to this. So hats off to Tracy who does this all the time.
thank you.
I feel like if I do it once, I need a nap the next day. So I don't
Oh
know if
yeah,
people wake up the next day and go again.
I know. I know. It
It
is.
is tough.
It is. It's tough. It is tough. I feel like I've been hit by a truck, and that was just really one day. I mean, some of the events we do, it's 15 days in a row. It's
Oh
crazy.
my God.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I'm kind of scared about the 15-day in a row one with Tilly, but I did the 15-day in a row one last year, 6 months pregnant, and I made it. So I think I'll be okay.
Jeez. Oh my
Yeah.
Well,
gosh.
speaking of events, I went to a really fun one last night,
I need
but
to hear all
I
about
was
this.
I was on the receiving end on it, so it was great to just walk in and see all the beautifulness. I know, Tracy, you're usually on the other side where you're creating these beautiful events. So on behalf of everybody that attends beautiful event, thank you. And
Yeah.
thank you to the shows for such a beautiful, beautiful evening. I mean, I knew it was going to be good because if you've seen their space before, which I've had to walk through, the attention to detail and the way they've transformed the location or the
Yeah.
space from the hotel that it used to be way back in time, to the materials, the stone, like everything is beautiful. And
Yeah.
then
So beautiful.
yesterday, because I'm a foodie, I focus on the food more than anything else. Oh my God, I think Francois Payard and his team just knocked it out of the park. Everywhere you look,
Stop
little
talking
platters.
about it. I want to hear it, but I don't
Okay,
want to
it was
hear
terrible,
it.
Kelly. It was terrible. It was horrible. Everything was horrible. Nobody should go.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh. I
God.
knew
It was
it was
just
going to be great. I knew it was going to be
every
great.
bite. Not only was it delicious, but just the presentation. Like, I think I don't know, but I think they matched the flowers to the food
Oh
that was
my
coming on the
Wow.
gosh.
platter. It was stunning. It
Wow.
was really
Bravo.
stunning. I'm grateful that I was invited, and I'm glad I was able to go. And I just posted a reel sharing all the pictures for those who couldn't go. So I hope you enjoy, and I had a great evening.
Well, it was
Ooh.
wonderful.
I
And
know
and
that
the sun does, and the sun set just because I was saying I always end up at the sound because of where I live, but the clouds do travel, and
Oh,
even though it wasn't, you couldn't see the sun going down in the water, but just the vibes and the clouds and the colors was spectacular.
wow.
So if any doubt existed that you could catch a sunset from anywhere on the North Fork, it's gone. You could stay
Yeah.
anywhere as long as you're by the water, and it's stunning.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Is it warm there? It's like 92 degrees today in DC.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I cannot believe it. I know.
Are there still any cherry blossoms, or are they gone?
There's still a few. And actually, I realized, I missed this opportunity. I didn't want to miss this opportunity. I mean, I took Tilly on her first road trip. So we drove all the way here and driving all the way back. So I was like, we have to go to the Capitol. We have to go to the White House and the Washington Monument and take pictures. This is like her first trip. So we're going to go do that today. And hopefully we'll see some cherry blossoms. And then we're going to hit the long car ride home.
Oh, good for you. Because normally business trips, you really only see the hotel and the event. I remember my husband went to Switzerland on a business trip once. Okay, Switzerland. The only picture he took was at the train station inside, because he would take the train every morning before dark, go to the hotel, go to the office, come back. That's it. So I'm glad you're making an effort to, catch a few scenes.
Yeah, I was going to get right in the car and head home, but I was like, I can't do that. This kid,
No.
she came all the way to DC. She's got to see something.
Aw, yeah.
Yeah.
Tilly's first historical trip.
Exactly. I'm very excited. First of many, for sure. I know.
Well, you're going to have to get out of the car then, because I need to see her gorgeous bow, posed in front of these monuments.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I'm gonna do like the hold her up in front of the Washington Monument and have somebody take a picture of her where she's like,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Definitely.
Kelly, just
Wait,
checking
can
in.
we
I
go
don't
back?
see our guest yet.
I don't know where she is.
Okay, just checking in because I know you're coordinating with her. That's all
I
right.
practiced with her the other day, so she does know how to get on a live.
I mean, we could talk. We could talk
didn't
for 30
forget
minutes.
about
I
us.
just want to make sure they don't miss out.
Yeah. Wait, I just need to go back to the shoals. So
Okay.
I know that Little Ram is going to be shucking on Wednesday night
my
there.
God.
So can we go back? Can we make a date to go back?
Oh, yeah.
So Little Ram. So you saw a picture. I mean, I know you've been there. The food truck that's parked outside. Normally, I think Southall General is going to be providing the foods from there, and they're going to have a truck there. But on Wednesday nights, Little Ram is going to take over that truck. And and I'm talking to the audience because I know you have eaten. If you haven't eaten their Bang Bang sauce on their freshest, delicious oysters, oh my God, you need to run there. They gave a little speech because it was the opening cutting ceremony. But they're also going to be doing shucking classes and tours of their shop, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. That's where they tumble the oysters and clean them and do whatever. And it's all going to be on site. So yes, Wednesday nights. Let's make a plan, ladies.
That sounds awesome.
It's a date.
I haven't had a raw oyster in over a year because of being pregnant.
Oh, you're pregnant. Yes.
And I love oysters, so I'm down. Yeah.
Sounds good. And they have beautiful picnic tables outside, so you can sit outside. So we need to pick a good weather day, and then just pop up and enjoy the oysters. I don't know if they can grill it there.
It's a Wednesday because there's not too much going on Wednesdays, so it's like perfect midweek.
Yes. And Tracy, I was thinking, because they are using the food truck, I wonder if they might have them grilled or cooked in some form also for those that don't, indulge in the raw. I mean, I like it any which way because they make this compound butter. Oh my God. It's like a bourbon compound butter that, they sell with their little, little container when you buy the oysters, and you can put that on and grill it. So maybe, we could talk to them, see if they can grill it.
Yeah, sounds good. Oysters 5 ways. Let's go.
Oh my God. Yes. That sounds really good. So no, like I said, I love the venue. I love the space. I loved everything about it. Part of me is hoping for friends that will come visit and stay there so I can enjoy the room. The rooms are spectacular. They all have a kitchen, like a full kitchen almost.
Oh, really? I
didn't know that. Did you go inside a room?
I did previously because I got a tour before,
Okay.
And Tracy, you would be in love just because I know how you love the design and pulling things together. Everything they had like fiddly fig live ones, not dead, in not every room, but most rooms.
Wow.
And it was just such a beautiful vibe,
Well,
I like how this show is turned into talking about the show instead of the North Fork Community Theater.
At some point, we'll have to have the show folks on, but I've been watching watching them as they've been renovating it, and you're right, from a design perspective, I mean, the second you saw them change the exterior even, you're like, okay, this is going to be amazing. I can't wait to watch this develop. And I have a couple of clients that North Fork Affair does events for on their boats that are in that marina. So we've been watching them, and like, it's just such a cool spot.
Okay, wait. I gotta talk about the boat because Kelly, I was thinking about you so much. The shoals, and I could be wrong. They can correct me, but from what I understand, they have a boat that belongs to the shoals, and guests can take it out, and use it and whatever. And it's called Endless Summer.
No.
And I was like,
Ooh,
Kelly, this has your name all over it.
I love it. It's so funny. Whenever I see anything that says Endless Summer, I was walking by a restaurant in my town in Floral Park the other day, and they had a brunch called the Endless Summer Brunch. I'm like, I have to go to that brunch now.
Yes. I'm
So
seeing
the
a reel,
boat,
Kelly, of all Endless Summer things coming.
Yes. It's all about the Endless Summer.
The reel that I posted has a picture of the boat in it, but I'm going to post it separately and tag you in it because I want to see you this summer. Let's put it out there on that boat, cruising in your North Fork sweater. I mean, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Speaking of North Fork merchandise, I have sweatshirts that are coming. I ordered them and I'm picking them up today. So I'll show you guys soon. The ones with the flag pendant on them. So
amazing.
I'll give you guys one and I'll wear one next week.
Oh, yes, that's awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Do we want to talk? Should we?
I don't know. Do we want to talk about them? Do we want to talk about the North Fork Community Theater before they even hop on? Just so you know.
Yeah. So the North Fork Community Theater is in Mattituck. They put on productions throughout the year. Right now, the production that's going on is The Producers, that Matthew Broderick show that was very successful on Broadway. It's really funny. It's like a comedy. A lot of really good music. If you've seen the movie, because I never saw the show or anything, so I rented the movie. I think Uma Thurman is in it. Matthew Broderick, a bunch of well-known actors are in it. So it's a funny show. But how I got in touch with Mary, who works with the North Fork Community Theater, is that this whole idea of the producers, they thought it would be fun for every matinee to have somebody be a guest producer. So they asked a bunch of different people on the North Fork, and one of the days I was supposed to be a walk-on guest producer with my one line, which I've been practicing with Riley, no less. So that was supposed to be this coming Sunday, but I believe there was some kind of COVID exposure or COVID risk. So they canceled all of the shows for this weekend, and they're rescheduling them for Memorial Day weekend. So if you were planning on coming to the show this Sunday, the one that I was going to be in, it's going to be on Monday of Memorial Day weekend. So hopefully people can still come. But in general, the North Fork Community Theater is just such a great organization. I know, Tracy, you said that you did the caroling with them.
Yes, they do Christmas caroling every winter. It's usually the 15th-ish time frame. And we do it right at the corner. I'm saying I join them. I love singing. I'm a classically trained singer. Nobody really knows that about me.
What?
Yes. And I often sing at people's weddings and
oh no!
So I don't get an opportunity to sing that often, and I really love it. So
wait, we're gonna make one. Yes, opportunities for you to sing, because when you said weddings, I'm thinking, how about birthdays? Because my birthday's coming up, so I wouldn't mind.
Yes, we could do that. So I reached out to them. I had heard they were caroling. I knew a couple people that are in the theater group, and I was like, can I come as a guest singer? And they're like, absolutely. And it's great. They provide music, and really, honestly, anyone's welcome to join. And Santa comes, and we sing right on the corner of Love Lane in Mattituck by the flower shop. And then we walked around and went to a couple places. And I was mentioning we went to the brewery across the street as well one year. And it's just so fun. It's such a feel-good. Kids come out and dance, and it makes me feel good. I just love it. It's one of my favorite things to do every Christmas. I look forward to it every year. It's so fun.
So nice.
Yeah.
So
So,
I have a friend of mine who actually was able to go to watch the producers before they shut down, and she
yeah.
loved it, and she thought it was so sweet and so cute and so nice to have, you know, a local theater putting on plays. And I also wanted to add personally that I think it's such a North Fork thing to do, to include local celebrities, because
Yeah.
Kelly, you certainly qualify as a North
Oh
Fork
yeah,
celebrity.
sure.
I know that Kathy from Cast, the director of Cast, was
Yes.
also a producer on a different
Mhm.
day.
I know.
And I've actually,
Jill from Jabs was also. I think
Yeah.
she was more than I think she had like a bigger role. I'm not really sure, but I know I've seen her promoting it as well.
I think she's very musical, Jill.
She
right?
is, because I know she's also been in she's been in other shows as well up there, so she does a lot of acting. Yeah, yeah.
so cool. But it's such a North Fork thing to do, to collaborate. It just brings in so much more of exposure and an audience, and I just love it. You know, I think it's fantastic. I was hoping to be able to go and see you do your line, but you know, I'll see when it's rescheduled for, and if that's possible, let's do it, Tracy. Let's go cheer Kelly on.
I mean, listen, we should just make a career of like doing North Fork things. Somehow make this our job.
Yes, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of are. At least, I mean, at least you,
Except
Tracy, have a whole other full-time job as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's great. So they're going to, this week it's completely off, and then they reschedule the entire week for like a week later, basically.
Yeah. They have the full schedule, I think, like on their website. And I know if you had previously purchased tickets, they sent out an email blast with all of like the rescheduled dates. So they are going to reschedule it, but it's crazy how fast like one show comes in and then the next show is already in production and like starting to go on. Like there's not that much downtime, and considering the fact that it's like all like volunteers, no one's getting paid to do this, and it's all these super talented people that live on the North Fork that, you know, like Tracy, we had no idea of your talents, that are just like, they come out of the woodwork and you're like, wow, this is amazing. I saw like a few of the rehearsals, and just like the singing and the dancing and the practicing, like it's intense. It feels like you're at a Broadway show. And so I know they've recently injected a lot of money into the theater itself. So for a long time, they had been renting the space. And now recently, a few years ago, they bought the space. And now they are just doing tons and tons of renovations. I got a little bit of like a backstage tour. So I got to see like the dressing rooms, and they have a whole like orchestra pit under the stage. Yeah, where they have like a full band. And you know how like in a Broadway show, the orchestra actually like gets to watch the show on a TV. So they like know their cues, and they have like all that really cool tech stuff that, you know, you'd find in a Broadway theater. They have it right there in the North Fork Community Theater. So it's pretty cool.
That is very cool. That is very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm embarrassed to admit that I haven't made it there yet, but you are certainly inspiring me to go check it out. I didn't realize that was, and I guess maybe the last couple of years because of COVID, they probably haven't had any shows, so I haven't heard a buzz about it. But so you're saying is it's not just this producer's show. They have other shows in the lineup coming up right after.
Several. I think the next show that they are putting on is Rent. And I think that it's going to be a good one. And I think that this one, I may be wrong, but I think that this one also has to do with like a teen component. So they're like, it's like the teen portion of
community
whatever
theater.
they do. Yeah. So I know that they were recently casting for it and have already started, I think, rehearsing and stuff for it. So I think it's coming up pretty quick, maybe even end of June it could be. So don't quote me on that, but we'll look it up and we'll share the details.
Yeah, definitely. I would go to that one, Sunita. We could go to that one. I love Rent.
Yeah, I think it's so wonderful to have these arts programs so close to home, because, you know, I feel like because everybody, I guess, you know, I moved here last year, but before I moved here, I was thinking, oh my God, the city's so far away. And, you know, how frequently am I really going to go? And I'm going to live in this corner of the planet, but it's really not a corner of the planet. I mean, there's so much that goes on here. So speaking of so much, goes on here, I bought my tickets to go see, because the cast is having another comedy night locally here in
Yes.
Southold. I know it'll be on your list, but by the time you put it on your list, tickets may sell out. So
I
just
know,
wanted,
that's the problem. Those tickets sold out so fast last time.
yes, and it was so fun. And I wasn't sure they would do more or so quickly, but it was so fun. So
Yeah.
I think it's June 11th. And I'm sure the info is either on Cast or Kelly. I'm sure you'll post a link to the tickets. But that's
Yes.
another easy, fun night locally. You don't have to drive 2 hours after to get home, you know. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah,
Well,
I
since
heard
we're
good
talking
things about the
about-
last show.
Since we're talking about local things, I wanted to also just plug that at Brick Cove, we're doing 2 series this summer. We're doing an artisan fair, so it's kind of like an artisan market. We're going to have food trucks, music, and shopping. So if you want to be a vendor at that, you should definitely reach out to us at Brick Cove. You can reach out to me on DM here, and I'll connect you with the right folks. And then we're also doing what we're calling the Summer Swell series. So that's going to be a different theme every week, and it's going to be music, food trucks, stuff going out on the lawn, on the beachfront. So we're going to have a lot of great stuff out there, and we're still filling in vendor slots. So people should contact me if they want to be a part of it or if you want to get information on it. Sorry,
I get contacted a lot about people wanting places to go to be vendors. So that's great to know.
Please send them my way.
That.
Yeah, definitely send them my way.
Now, do you know what days these are going to be?
I do. Off the top of my head, I don't, but I do.
Okay.
I have the schedule, so I can actually post it in my stories. Yeah.
Okay. Peggy from Noonan is commenting that she wants some info. I guess we'll get to try on her hats at Brick Cove. I can't wait.
I'm so glad you brought her up. I forgot to talk about this on one of our lives. So I ran into Peggy at the Riverhead. I keep calling it the Riverhead Farmers Market. There's it has a different name, and I apologize to the people who it is.
I think it is the Riverhead Farmers Market, or maybe it's the East End.
Riverhead Farmers Market.
Maybe it's the East End Food Market. It is the Riverhead Farmers Market, I think.
But it's like the East End Food Market or something like that. But I ran into Peggy there. But also, the best part of me going there was that everybody, at least 3 people, maybe more, recognized Tilly. People came to me and they were like, "Is that Tilly?" And I was like, "Yes, it is."
Oh my gosh.
It was fantastic. It was so funny. I saw Peggy. I saw Taylor from Taylor TV. She lives on the South Fork, but she works on a lot of stuff up here. And I saw, I forget their exact title, but they're the North Fork Soap Company. And people were coming up to me going like, "I know that baby. That's Tilly." I was like, wow.
That is so funny.
So Peggy's commenting, and I know, Tracy, for some reason you can't see the comments, so I'm reading it. Peggy is commenting, I guess we're getting custom hats. So Peggy wants to know our head sizes ASAP. And I'm thinking, how do I know that? How do I know what my head size is?
Anita, can I come over and measure your head?
Like, do we take a tape and go like that?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Do we measure a hat we have that fits? Please let us know ASAP, because I need one of those funky hats you make.
Yeah, I think you take one of those waistline tape measures and you put it around your head. I think. Peggy can tell us if that's wrong.
Well, considering she's going to be at Brick Cove, which is nearby in Southold, I'm willing to go on and try 10 hats and say, yep, this one.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to say about Brick Cove was another beautiful location at a marina with the water views, with sunset views. I can't wait. I think this, and this obviously both events are open to the public, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Tracy, tell me again the days that the Brick Cove, they used to call it family something. What are they calling it this year?
It's a little different. It's called the Summer Swell Series, and I wish I had a piece of paper with the dates on it, but I don't. But is it going to be midweek like last year, or is it a weekend? Yeah, the artisan fairs are on Sundays. I feel like I'm going to butcher this, and I don't want to give the wrong information.
Okay.
I have a whole list of all the events. There's Thursdays, Sundays, and Saturdays, and it's all kind of mixed up. So what I'll do is I'll send it, and I'll post all the days of what's what, and everybody can kind of reach out. And then we also have, we have the, I want to get Joe Slovak on here. He's the tennis coach that they have there. I think he'd be a great guest for us to talk to. He's super
They
energetic.
posted a picture about him yesterday, right?
Did they?
On there.
I don't know.
I think so.
I
Yeah.
was in Washington D.C. world, so I
Mm,
I wasn't looking.
you didn't see it.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah.
is he also the pickleball coach? Because I'm
Yes.
interested in that.
So like he's doing tennis lessons, and there's like kids camp. There's 2 different age groups. There's private lessons, group lessons, and yes, I think I was just reading an article about pickleball. There's like all these they're like making a national league and everything. So we really do need to get up on it. I mean, my mom
Yes.
is amazing at pickleball. She plays like
Is
5
she?
times a week. Yeah.
Wow.
So we
I know
gotta.
I
We gotta
played
get up on it.
twice, and I've
Well,
had fun with it. Yeah.
I'm going at 11 in case you want to pop in, Tracy. I mean, Kelly or Tracy, but Tracy's driving, so.
Yeah. You're going,
Where do you play, Selena?
So Southold is sort of adopted pickleball. They have 8 courts, and on weekends they're packed. Like there is a line. But in Tasker Park, right on Peconic Lane.
Yeah.
So it's very popular, and as Tracy was saying, her mom plays 5 days a week, and there are people that play 5 or 6 days a week. Because I pop in once randomly every couple of months, and I see the same people there. So which means they must be there all the time. But it's something I really want to do more of, because it's unlike tennis, for me at least, it has a much shorter learning curve because it's played with a wiffle ball. So the ball comes at you much slower. So you're sort of playing tennis, but at a speed that you can hit it at. That's how I see it,
And I think they have like a beginner's ball and like a more advanced ball. So it's even easier if you want it to be easier.
Yeah, so in the mornings, usually it's sort of like a drop-in play, and beginners are welcome then, because a lot of people, are patient and will show you what to do. And then as they get to more intermediate level, they sort of form little groups, and then they come and play against each other. Usually, I think that's in the afternoons. But I also recently just found out that the town of Southold sponsors lessons for pickleball at those courts, but they fill up super quickly. And I tried signing up for them, but they're already a wait list. But keep an eye out for that on the town rec page, for future ones that open up.
Yeah. Well, and I'll find out from Joe if he's going to do pickleball lessons. And if not, maybe we will add that.
Okay, I have to read this comment because Mr. Siri, Kelly's husband, says that Kelly needs to divulge her secret tennis skills. I guess there's some family competition going on.
So my sister is a big pickleball enthusiast, and she lives in San Francisco. So when she was coming here last summer, she literally Googled, where can we play pickleball on the North Fork? So she finds Tasker Park. We all go to play. I had never played before. And my husband and my sister were all thinking they were going to crush me. And I was secretly, I played tennis my whole life. So I was secretly like, yeah, let's see how it goes. And they were very surprised that I could hold my own in pickleball. I mean, I still lost, but I did not get crushed by that.
It wasn't 11-0. It wasn't 11-0.
It wasn't. Yeah.
No, it's really a fun activity. Speaking of activities, I'm really sad and sorry that Mary couldn't join us, but we will tag as much as we can about North Fork Community Theater. But I do want to spend the last couple of minutes just talking up, if you want to, Kelly, update on us on what's coming up this weekend, because I know you have so many things on your weekend plans.
Tons and tons. Oh my gosh. This weekend is just like nonstop. Actually, something that I'm really looking forward to, and we're going to have them on as guests coming up. Have you heard of the Calamity Janes?
No, I saw that on our list, and I was like, what is that? I want to know what that is.
Yes. So, oyster farming is such a huge thing on the North Fork, and everybody kind of forgets about the clam. So this really cool group of women have formed this. It's not like so much a business, although they're trying to like kind of make it a business, this group that goes clamming. And their whole thing, they have an absolutely gorgeous website. Kelly Frankie did the illustrations for them. It's just beautiful. You have to check them out. But their whole thing is that they want to kind of bring attention to clamming on the North Fork. So this weekend, they're actually doing their first pop-up, and it's going to be at North Fork Crush, the liquor store in Greenport, the new liquor store. And they're going to be making clam pizzas, and you're going to get complimentary tastings and complimentary clam pizza. So I'm going to go over to that event on Saturday. I think it's Saturday at 5. if anybody wants to join me for that, I think it's going to be really cool. I want to meet them. Their website is just, go on their website and see all their bios, because it's just so interesting. All these powerful, strong corporate women, and now they're like so interested in clamming and bringing light to clamming. So go on there.
I want to just say something. My entire life, I have said that like my barometer of figuring out if a man is a good match for me is if he grew up clamming or not. Because I grew up clamming my whole life. I mean, from as long as I can remember. My grandmother taught me how to clam with my feet. We used to clam with our feet.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, my parents now always clam with a rake and everything, but I mean, my whole life I've grown up clamming. So I've always said, like, if I'm on a date, on a first date, and someone's like, oh yeah, I go clamming with my family, I'm like, we're gonna be a great match.
That's it.
Okay, I have never been clamming. So Tracy, if you want to set up a clamming date, we're in.
Absolutely. It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's very rewarding when you find one.
I see people doing it on the side of the bay, but I was going to say, I found to the power of Instagram, I found Calamity Janes, and oh my God, their Instagram is so fun. You know, I'm glad you updated us on what they exactly do. I had no idea what they really do. I thought it was a business, but it's just such a wonderful Instagram. So fun. And I don't know if I can make it Saturday, but I certainly would like to know more. And maybe Tracy be our guide.
Ask for their website. I think it's just Calamity, like clam, CLAMITY, and then Janes.com.
Okay.
It's just a fun website. You should go check it out.
Yes, and we'll plan a summer climbing trip, the three of us. And let me just tell you, Poppy makes the most amazing clams casino and baked clams.
Ooh.
So we'll have a little eating session after we go.
This is going to be a jam-packed.
It's so much more satisfying, right, Tracy? When you are eating the clams that you just found, and picked.
Yeah. Yep. It's amazing. Wow. Yeah.
We have a lot of things we need to achieve this summer, so we better get with it, girls, because
we should make a NoFo live show bucket list of all the things that we're going to do.
Yes.
I think that calendar is going to be filled every single day. I mean, I already, thanks to the shows yesterday, I got to eat my first lobster roll. So let's go, people! Of the season. The season has begun.
It's officially
there's so
summer.
much to do.
Yeah.
If you're not following Kelly, make sure you're following her, because she spends the time and energy curating all of the things you can do on the North Fork. So thank you, Kelly, for doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Always fun spending my weekend with you guys, or starting my weekend with you guys.
Yes. What a fun impromptu threesome that we had here today. It was fun conversation.
Like you said, maybe it's sometimes better when there's no guests.
I mean, I know I have a lot to say, but between the three of us, we have a lot to share. So yes, maybe we need to schedule some NoFo live time or NoFo girl time. I don't know what, and just just chat. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Enjoy your weekend, ladies. Tracy, safe drive home.
Tracy.
All right, we'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.